In the year 1636, only a few physicians remained within London during a fresh outbreak of the dreaded plague. Most of the physicians tending the sick were Catholic. They worked with two priests who headed the endeavour to minister to the forgotten and neglected Catholic faithful. The priests' names were Father Henry Morse and Father John Southworth. Together the two priests entered the infected houses of the English plague victims without fear, determined to do their priestly duty and bring the outlawed sacraments to the dying and confined. A red cross was painted on the door to warn others of the plight of those inside. No one was allowed to enter except the official city plague doctors. The hooded, beaked figures of city plague doctors brought with them a further sense of terror and fear. Carrying their long sticks, which they used to examine the patients without having to touch them, the plague doctors entered the homes of the plague victims, their eyes as though two soulless black circles, their elongated beaks stuffed with herbs and straw, in the mistaken understanding that they would be protected from the dreaded disease by the mask that they wore. They hardly gave any hope or real help to the victims, for to contract the plague meant certain death. Their principal task, beside administering their remedies and advice to plague victims, was to record in the public records the number of deaths due to the plague. But St. John Southworth and St. Henry Morse brought a hope to the suffering that stretched beyond this world. Despite the dangers of the disease, the putrescent wounds, the hideous sores, and the carbuncles that covered the faces, hands, legs, and bodies of the plague victims, St. John Southworth reverently anointed the dying, preparing their souls to enter the eternal kingdom for which they had been created. But time was running out for the priest, for he was a hunted man. The infamous gallows of the triple Tyburn trees stalked St. John Southworth like a shadow. It would not be long before he himself would be preparing to step over the threshold of eternity. For his priesthood and the Catholic sacraments were at that time in history outlawed in England.